Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, welcome if you are new. Today we are going to be doing, and I say this every time but really I genuinely mean it this time, a very small TBR for me. So I only have 4 books that I have physically and 1 book that I need to read but it's on its way. So I only really have to read 5 books this month, and the reason why I'm just going to say these 5 that I will definitely be getting to is because I have other vlog plans and I don't know how that's going to play into the rest of my month. So for September I've asked Jem, because it's Jem's birthday, I've asked her to pick me some books that she would recommend I read for her birthday month. I have also asked Chels, by the time this video goes up, I would have asked Chels to give me a couple of books that she would recommend that I read this month. So she's already given me some indie recommendations for another video for a series that I started last year that I need to continue, but I need to give me some other random recommendations that can be anything. So her tastes are vastly different to a lot of my other friends, so I know that she won't pick the same recommendations as Jem or Meg or Chloe or Becca. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's very much into like high fantasy, very little romance, doesn't really do horror. We'll see how that goes, but there are a few commitments that I've made that I will stick to. One being the new series me and Chels are doing for the It's All About Fantasy Book Club, which is basically just me and Chels buddy reading books. Oh yeah. So for It's All About Fantasy, we have the Chasing Graves series that we'll be doing a live for in October. And I've got book 2 here because I don't physically have book 1 yet, and I know that sounds really backwards. I have the audiobook of book 1, I think, somewhere, either on Audible or Everand, whichever one it's on. But there was a sale for books 2 and 3, because these are indie published. They're usually like £27 each, and they were on sale for like £7 or £8 each, I think. But it was only books 2 and 3 that were on sale, so I got them thinking, oh, I'll have plenty of time before we need to read them, and then it's just come around so quickly. So I will be getting hold of book 1, but I can read it audibly anyway. So yeah, this is the All About Fantasy Book Club pick for September, October and November. The live shows will be the beginning of October, November and December. And there's another pick for It's All About Fantasy Book Club, but it's for a book I need to read in September for the live that's going to be near the middle to end of September. And that is A Legacy of Light, the final book in the Legacy trilogy by Matthew Ward. I have 5-starred both books 1 and 2. I am in no doubt that I'm going to love this series. The biggest hurdle for me right now is she's thick. And you might think, Lisa, you read thick books all the time. Friends, you would be correct. However, there is no audiobook for this. And you all know how much I love my audiobooks in general anyway. But for epic, like high fantasy, complex political intrigue type fantasies, audiobooks are the way that I always read them, and that I find easiest to consume them and easiest to understand them. So I have to physically read this behemoth, and I'm scared. What I'm probably going to do is, I think I saw Becca do it once, is when a book that she was a bit intimidated by because she wasn't used to physically reading, and she'd gone a while without being able to physically read, is she split it up into sections and then did it that way. So what I might do is find some decent sections to split this down into and try and work my way through it that way. If I could get through a section and I want to continue reading, then great. If I want to get to a section and stop, then again, that'll be fine. But I feel like breaking this down into little sections will be a good idea, and just making my way slowly through this for the first 2.5 weeks or so, because I think we're going to try and do this live in sort of like week 3. We then have a book that I will be reading this weekend actually. So we're now on the 30th, so I'll probably pick this up on Sunday, and this is Dark Town by Palmer Pickering. I am so excited to get to this. This is a lit RPG fantasy. I feel like it's going to give me all the D&D vibes, and I love playing MMORPGs. I used to play World of Warcraft. It did get a bit bad where like I did neglect some university work, you know, so that I could go and raid some dungeons and shit. It got a bit addictive, but I love this whole vibe of like RPG in a book. Why would you not? If you're an RPG fan, I just don't understand how you can not. This does not excite you. And the cover is just stunning, absolutely stunning. So I have the audiobook for this as well. So thank you so much, Palmer, for giving me a physical copy of the book and the audiobook. You know I love your work, so there's no doubt I'm gonna be like shouting from the rooftops about how good this book is, because I read Heliotrope by Palmer Pickering, and that was also a Thickums. There was like, but that was, I did have the audiobook for that as well. And it's just, yeah, I'm just so excited to get to that. So I need to finish my TBR for August 1st, because I still have 2,500 pages to read, and you heard that right, friends. Yeah. So, yeah. And another reason why I'm only having 4 books this month is because my pick for Becca came up for the 12 books, 12 prompts. This actually came up last month, and the funny thing was, and I think I mentioned this in last month's TBR when I said the reason why like I wasn't picking this up last month is because Becca messaged me saying, well, I've just done my TBR video just to remind, just to sort of say like I've got a big TBR. If my book comes up this month, can we just push it to next month instead? And I was like, yeah, that's fine. It probably won't come up anyway, but just in case, yeah. And then within an hour, like, I'd sent her a screenshot, like a screen recording of the spin, and I'd actually picked it. I landed on Becca, and I was like, you'll never guess what it did. So I ended up changing it, and Side of Hands was August pick, and Becca is now September pick. But the good thing about this, the positive thing, which I know will help me stay on track, is that Becca is also going to buddy read this with me. So I feel like I'm going to ask if we can split this down into pages again, and we could just make our way through this as well. But I will also be getting the audiobook for this, because, child, I am not having 2 chunkers to physically read in the space of a month. No goddamn way. I will be getting the audiobook for this. So yeah, those are the physical reads that I have to hand. The other one that I need to read next month is The Exile of Water and Gold by Josh Walker. I am also so excited for this. Dark Town and The Exile of Water and Gold are both book tours that we're doing for indie book tours as well. I have taken part in nearly all of our tours, and I'm not saying this, like, there's a couple of books that haven't worked for me, but for the most part the books I've rated really highly. And I just think we're coming to almost, oh god, we're in September now, and we've been doing this like 8 months, and it's just been the best time. So I'm excited for the last couple of tours, and we've got a cover reveal at the end of September. We've got a couple more things coming up, but I think me and Chels will both be glad for the break in December. But we'll be right back at it again in January, so that's gonna be fun. But yeah, that is my very, very short 5-book physical TBR, and that's all I can tell you really, because Chels, I've totally forgot to ask her, so I don't know what she's gonna pick for me yet. And Gemma hasn't got back to me yet with her picks, so the likelihood is that she's going to pick things that are kind of maybe quite horror, and she knows that I liked Catherine Award. She knows I liked Catherine House and Paul Tremblay. Is it Paul Tremblay? Yeah, Paul Tremblay. Paul Berry's Club, and yeah, so I'm guessing she might be thinking of things along those lines, but I've said that she can pick anything that she would like me to read. But she knows not to go for anything too crazy, scary, because I have a vivid imagination and she knows this, so she won't do me there. And I think Chelsea's probably going to end up picking a book that she actually bought me anyway, because I still haven't read it yet. But we'll see what she says. And you will see those in the vlogs next month. And it feels really weird having such a short TBR. I'm probably going to try and pick up some more contemporaries and maybe some cozy mysteries, because we're coming into fall, autumn season, and cozy mysteries, trying to find some more cozy fantasies, some cute contemporaries, kind of autumny vibes. I might try that, we'll see. But yeah, if you do like me and you want to see more of me, please like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. If you're here and you want to let me know you're here but you don't have anything to say, please leave a black heart, it's very much appreciated. And until next time, enjoy whatever reading, what you're doing, and I'll see you all very soon.